Hey guys, Missy and Jason here with the Improta Team.
Okay, so today the warning signs look all too familiar in the real estate market. Escalating prices have both buyers and sellers worried that the market is just too good to be true. And agents across the United States are getting bombarded with that ultimate question, are we in a housing bubble?
Yep.
So we want to take a look at 3 key factors that we think suggest that we're not in a housing bubble.
Part 1, housing supply. Last year, home values appreciated a whopping 10% on average across the country. And so far, this year's growth appears to be outpacing it. Buyers and sellers may be worried that home prices are too high and that depreciation is likely to follow.
So a balanced real estate market's inventory sits at about 6 months. Today's current market is at about 1.9 nationwide. That's a historically low amount of homes for sale. On top of that, inventory has slowly been declining for years now. We've been under 5 months inventory for the last 3 years in a row. So throwing it back to your high school economics class, really what this is the biggest driver of appreciation is a simple case of supply and demand. Hence what we're seeing in the market today, basically.
Part 2, housing demand. If you remember the housing boom of the mid-2000s, you know how crazy that time was in real estate. We remember too. But if Robert Schiller, a fellow at the Yale School of Management's International Center for Finance, could sum it up in one phrase, it's this: irrational exuberance. In other words, the buying and selling frenzy that in part caused the market collapse was fueled not by tactful financial decisions, but a countrywide case of FOMO. The mortgage industry fed into the frenzy, making it easy for people, just about anyone, to obtain home loans much higher than they could afford.
So today's real estate demand, however, is a very real thing. Millennials, for example, currently the largest generation in the United States, are finally ready for home ownership and they're hitting the market en masse. Also, the health crisis is challenging homeowners to reevaluate whether their current home meets the needs of their family, driving eager buyers into the market. So these 2 big factors, coupled with historically low mortgage rates, which we've talked about a number of times, make purchasing a home today a really good financial decision.
Part 3, equity. Following the housing and economic crash of 2008, economists, financiers, and real estate industry experts have combed through data to figure out why the entire system crumbled the way it did. Most will agree that one of the biggest pieces of that catastrophic equation came down to this: equity, or in reality, a lack of it. The mid-2000s saw a massive wave of homeowners cashing out the equity in their homes. In short, they were using their homes like ATMs to afford some of the finer things in life.
This led to a lot of negative equity situations where someone owed more on their home than it was worth. Many foreclosures and short sales followed this, depreciating home values across the country.
Bottom line, the most important role of a real estate agent is to be an educator to their clients. What that really means is analyzing data and insights, getting all sides of a story, and then being able to communicate that so our clients can make the best real estate decisions. We are in the trenches every day representing buyers and sellers, and we know the ins and outs of this market extremely well. Reach out to us if you'd like to know more about how this market would work for you.